a long time. The record, mash up the place.
Okay, you're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to bust the rata Babu Nebo. Also, Jamoke come.
Now listen to me, my people. Let me tell you the story about a greedy hunter. Hey! He passed the oil around lying to the people. Yeah. The people told you are wicked, we never believe it. Now you are proving yourself. Give the people chance, greedy hunter. Right now, if you're okay, in the middle of the night, I had a dream. Then I saw Boncante crying. Go and tell my people, I'm crying. Because the leader for the each other. I'm crying so much. Then I wake up in the middle of the night. Then I call my beautiful wife. I say, come for Colette. I had a dream, baby. I saw Bongante crying, say, the leader fighting each other. Then I call my little son. I said, Jenny, don't sack it. Do not be like the greedy hunter or a riot. Don't be like a good boy. They are all wicked people. Wicked people. Be careful. Now listen to the story. Listen to the story. Hey. Well. Get our jeans. 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 So get our jeans. He passing around here boasting everywhere. Boasting everywhere. He's a political sucker. Don't mind him. He's a political sucker. They are lying around here to the people. Oh, yeah. This young man 2011, they all left from Bon County. Yeah. They went to the parliament to represent Bon County. When they came back on the 17th, many of them fall. Yeah, my people. Those that survived, when they went back in the house, he told his friend, he said, can you please help me to become the normal assessment of Liberia so that I can bring development? Then I stood by him. He got a job. He was showing one of his friends. Oh, a riot. This is my friend. He's a very nice man. He's a wealthy man. Let us give him the chance for the second time so he can leave Bon County to the Senate. When he show him me all around, now we were deceiving him. Amen. In the 3rd minute time, was showing. Live by your word. Be the hunter. Get our chain. We don't want you be the hunter. Oh no man, I'll let you be the hunter. Get our chain. We don't want you be the hunter. Deceiver man, let you be the hunter. Get our chain. We don't want you.
You call yourself baboon. You say monkey makanda so you can go there. Now everything I get from west to west up. Now we human being, we want human being because human being can take care of human being. Baboon, you're not able to take care of that wakayebo. You're not able to lead the land of wakayebo. Osoja baboon can, baboon can, baboon can, corrupt baboon can, baboon can, not yo. Baboon can, not yo, baboon eh. Osoja baboon can, not yo. We get baboon can, not yo. Corrupt baboon can, not yo. Once upon a time, in the jungle, there lived so many animals mixed with human beings. During the days, the village was so peaceful. Everywhere that you go, everyone used to jolly and take their pay on time. Yeah. After they realized everything was good, Baboon came one day and say he will become president. Majority of the youth went behind Baboon, and few people went behind Wakai. They had us of the time, made a great mistake by even allowing Baboon to run for president. The citizens of the jungle were not satisfied, but for peace sake, they say like a Baboon survive. Oh Lord,
A pot to piss in, nowhere to throw it. You know, talk about somebody is a criminal and this and that, all because you say something about George Weah. Who is George Weah who coming up to do? George Weah who were opposition leader just the other day, and pretending to be everything that he's not. This is foolishness. As long as George Weah remains president of Liberia, he got us to contend with. And like I tell people all the time, I supported him. So in fact, that's the main reason I will hold him accountable. I have all right. In fact, I got more right to hold him accountable because I supported him. Because I supported him. So I have that right to hold him accountable. Not the foolishness you're doing in our country. That foolishness they're doing in Liberia. I mean, what kind of thing is this? What kind of thing is this? By the time somebody says, oh, everybody going on a cussing spree. Everybody going on a cussing spree. Calling a woman prostitute. When did we get this law? Why? Because somebody talk about George Weah? Are you kidding me? What kind of cuss y'all didn't cuss Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? What kind of cuss y'all didn't cuss Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? Y'all were not passing around in 2014 when I ran against George Weah with Robert Sirleaf. Y'all are not passing around with woman Penty abusing Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? Then when y'all can open your mouth here and it can be insulting people, you think this is a game? Y'all go ask the George Weah man. He president of Liberia. Go ask President Weah the conversation that we had. Some of us we don't stand. Look, some of us are not perfect. We're not perfect. But you know what? We have some principle. That's why some of us walk away. Not because of that foolishness. It's also, you very good, he didn't give you job. What job? Which better job? In which government? In an incompetent government? In a government that Eugene Fagon is deputy minister in the government, I'm going to go right wing, I'm going to go work in? To do what? To do what there? To be insulting people? Rather than taking constructive criticism. Taking constructive criticism. And learning from it. Opening your minds. Expanding your horizon. And seeing how you can solve some of the problems that the people are going through. All day, people want to talk. People want to talk. For me, we'll continue to speak. We'll continue to speak. We'll continue to highlight. I don't do this every day. I don't do Facebook Live every day. But when something touches, I mean, it just got to me because I was just like, they're Eugene Fagon, man, when he became even George Weah's supporter, when the Eugene Fagon, people like Eugene Fagon became George Weah's supporter, Eugene Fagon was not following ALP, he wasn't propagating Benana Ure, eh? What kind of thing is this? Eh? All of a sudden now, you the biggest bad wolf in the town. When by the time somebody says something, eh? By the time somebody says something, you jump up and you start making, insulting them. What kind of thing is this? Eh? But you know something? I will leave with this. We've seen presidents come and presidents go. Some of the people around Joe Weah today were around Charles Taylor. I know some of them personally. And you must ask some of them what they can say about Charles Taylor today. Some of them, what they can say about Charles Taylor, they know that man here was her. Some of them were there. Let Joe Weah be sitting down there and thinking that, oh, at the end of the day, they will be there and so when the fire come, the messages, the writings are all on the wall. The writings are all on the wall. Eh? The writings are all on the wall. When it come, only you they will come for. Only you. They see people who on Facebook here writing foolishness. They the one will jump to the next bandwagon and be writing foolishness for them. And be writing foolishness for them. Listen, some of us again, like I say, we don't subscribe. No, Mr. President, you are the racketeer. You are the racketeer. You know why you're the racketeer? Because you are a swindler. Because you failed the people. You failed the people. This is nonsense, George Weah. This is nonsense. When you come to power and you decide that you will change and you will do the things that you're not supposed to do, the people will stand up. And I know you're going to watch this, or you watching it. This is not a game, George Weah. This is not a game. This is not a game. Every day, look in the region. Everybody is progressing but us. Every country is progressing but us. We took ourselves, our reputation, people who believed in us. We took ourselves and we stood up and we said, you know what? Let's give him an opportunity. Let's give him a chance. And you decided to take it and flush it down the toilet, and then you expect that we will not stand up? Oh, hell no. Hell no. You have us to deal with now, George Weah. You have us to deal with. Put it on the George Weah administration. Put it on the George Weah administration. Some of us took our reputation. Some of us took our lives. Look, this is not, you think this is fun? This is not fun, Mr. President. That some of us, our reputation now, people are questioning our loyalty and our patriotism to our country because we decided that we were going to give you a chance. Or you come, you're stealing up the country. You're building your homes. You're doing all of these things, not because you care for your country. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. Forget me. What did the ordinary woman in West Point do wrong to believe in you? What did she do wrong to believe in you, George Weah? What did she do wrong? That today, we the people, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Do you think leadership is about standing up and pumping your chest to the people? You don't know that all power is inherent in the people? You don't know that? You should think and listen to what your ministers are saying about you. You should listen to what they're saying about you. You should listen to what your party chairman said about you. You think this is a joke? You think this is a joke? Good people put their characters on the line. Many people came out and said, you know what? Maybe this guy is just going to prove us all wrong. Maybe he's going to, maybe he's going to do something that ultimately...
Folks, I want you guys to be able to tune in because tonight going to be very, very interesting. Tonight is going to be very, very interesting. Yeah.
When
I listen to them.
When you come to Pastor George, we are before your inauguration at Frequency, you promised we the left fortunate called Soko that you're going to pay or rehab when you first sit down in your first 90 days. All the people us, some are offering it down, we stay awaiting.
We are today. Made a high 9 million. After playing football, he may use all his money. But then he never did nothing for Liberia. But we trusted he will Liberia politics. The any other day president, we are lied to all.
Since then, we are not that close. You are at the Mysura complex and on the phone raising funds. We got a lot of people that are coming together to use our face.
President Weah was an opposition. He spoke against racial restricting. President Weah spoke against tribalism. President Weah spoke against bad governance. But today, on President Weah was, we got somebody a baby. We got a baby coachy, Javaji Tama coachy. We got a baby that coachy today can tell that he's not done by you, but he said done by you a job.
You one of those who can just take people, places, they rest for some time, use our fair to get money from Baku. We stay in the ghetto. Baku, your promise here, we stay waiting on them. We know you will stay here for all the boys for the day.
The coalition for democratic confusion, they are not expecting, they are not even ready to accept the truth. So this time around, as a bona fide sedition, as a typical sedition, on the day President George Mane we had took off, he stood at Samuel Kayando Sports Complex where he told the Liberia that they will not be spectator to their economists.
We still waiting people dying for TB, tobacco lotion, we can receive food at Channel Daily, or we drive on a daily basis. People passing the time, you join you the first time. You tell him, we know both of them, we understand that when you sit down there, we will enjoy.
Now, Honor President Weah was 75% of the youth have been spoiled for drugs. This is the cheese that we're all speaking about. 2017 August 19, I was on a paycheck mile for CDC.
Whether you knew Pope or you now know Pope, we voted for you. God knows not the Pope that you know will change your country. You understand?
Itself, a society that we think that they will live on lies and deception until we want to develop. You can't have such a society. When we were coming up the stairs, you saw somebody holding my hand? You saw me with wheelchair? That's not what the Liberians will live on. The Liberians are not going to live on lies and deceit. The Liberians this time want the truth. Besides you who are here, many of our people left, they are in the diaspora. They all want to come home. We must create a home for them to come to. Over the years, this country has just gone backward and backward and backward. We are here to give you hope. We are here to give you hope in your economy. We are here to make sure that our young people are prepared for a future. We are here for our young women and even the disadvantaged. And we want to see here that no resource of a country is wasted under good leadership. Yeah, Noah gave is physically challenged, but so can any of us be anytime. What makes him different? He speaks the language. He builds the integrity. He is surviving, living, without going around to people with begging. We want to get our disabled off the street and give them big, decent place to be. They are citizens just like any of us. They have parents. They didn't create those circumstances on themselves. A good society must look after everybody. Our children on drugs, we want to tell them they have a future. A reckless society doesn't care for people. They believe it's about themselves. What's happening in this country is that we are looking at the prices of goods, essential commodities, and that's because they put some taxes on them to make them so expensive that people have to go around and beg. This is not a society that we're looking at. We are here to let you know that Liberia needs to move. We have enough resources. People used to respect us. All the cheating, the stealing. How in the world can people stand like this to welcome you in the sun? And all you do for them is to steal from them and leave them miserable. This is what all of us are here to change. We have to make sure that our streets, I can tell you, I will not leave government if this place is not prepared conducively for our children to play. I don't feel that. This is the people, the place for the people. If you don't enjoy this in your country, where are you going to enjoy it? If we don't build your lives, who is going to do it? We don't want our people to become refugees because of dissatisfaction. We want them to know that the blessing of this country is for them. And don't take it for play. Don't learn about food. You look young and so you're jumping around. Life is life. Tomorrow you're going to age. What are you going to depend on? Are you going to be prepared to face life just like we did? But you need an honest government. You need a government that understands what they call leadership, a government that is credible, the government that thinks about you even when you're not conscious of what you need. That you need quality education. This morning, a little boy was brought to me, 10 years old. He's in the 8th grade. He made a portrait of me, and you look at it, you can't believe it. The talents are here. What you need is the opportunity to expose them. Our women want to do good business. They don't want to go around begging people. But you can't corner them in a way that they become beggars. They have families to support. They have children to look after. Some of these children are for some of these same people. They don't care for them. So we are here to appeal to you. Put on your thinking cap. This time around, you miss it. You're sorry. Today, you're telling me you're sorry. But, you know, I'm more sorry for you. Because it is about your future. It's about your parents who cannot earn enough to take care of you. We have had war. Some people left their children with their cousins, with their aunties, and so there are too many. What kind of support do they get to bring those children? So they put them in the street. They send them to sell candies. Is that how you build a society? The society that you are supposed to look after, these people come up to say, we trust you. And all you do is to steal from them. This is going to change. And we can assure you it's going to change. I will be more proud to see people like that young boy for a future. I like to see you people here becoming good electricians, good mechanics, good plumbers to build your country. We don't have to bring people here to do that. That's your job. But to do that, we have to prepare you. Institutions that are supported, teachers that are paid, well-equipped. JFK carried the name of a very prominent American president. Do you think if you really are credible and you go to that family and talk to them about JFK, they will not improve it? But they don't think about these things. All they think about themselves. Who are you? You alone, your happiness doesn't spread to anything. These are the people, and you are the people who want to work for. But to work for you, you have to give up the chance. You have been fooled before. Every human being makes mistakes. I always say, school is different from life. In school, you learn lessons, you take tests. In life, sometimes you take the test before you learn the lesson. You're taking the test now. So you will learn the lesson later. It's a hard lesson, but it has to be learned. But I can tell you, we're not going to allow you to go another 6 years of begging, 6 years of deplorable condition. You go in our communities all dirty. What a decent human being will be happy to see people living in squalor. That we have to change, and we promise you, we don't talk, just talk. We want to make sure that you see a new Liberia, a Liberia that is caring for the elderly, a Liberia that is caring for their children, a Liberia that will create institutions of learning to build Liberian for the future. And that's what we're here to tell you. All our mothers and things, we want to see decent markets. We want to see themselves while they are at the market. Some little training program for them to learn. A well-informed society where people will know their rights. We are not your right. The Constitution gave all of you rights. Every penny in this country belongs to everybody. And how you use it. But we have given chance to people, and we take it that it is there. They must ride the cars, air-conditioned cars, live in good houses, build houses all around. No problem doing that as long as you earn the money correct way. You work hard, you earn it fine. But not public money, just for you to squander. I was in government, even as vice president for 6 years, I was making salary far less than legislators. But the legislators are not a country. The country is everyone. And unless, I didn't have to tell you that, the American ambassador tells you, you go to our hospitals, no medicine, till you get sick, who takes care of you? You cannot live this way forever.
District number 17, yeah. District number 17, yeah. The rescue mission say yeah. On behalf of the rescue father, the rescue team, our vice standard bearer Jeremiah Bankun, the rescue mother Senator Nyomni Kanga Lawrence, on behalf of the entire rescue team, we say thank you to district number 17. I want to say one thing in 1 minute and then I'm done. On September 17, they coming Sunday, it will be September 10, the Sunday after the Sunday that was September 17, we will shake this country. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want you to hear it. And all districts across Monterey County under the sound of my voice, by means of radio and social media. On September 17, it will be on Sunday. It will be after church service. Just what we did on December 6th on 2020. On September 17th, Sunday, we will shake this country to death. George, we are tired with this nonsense. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On September 17th, I want District 17 and Monterey County to listen to me. T-shirt or no T-shirt, cap or no cap, banner or no banner, sticker or no sticker. Come outside, let's check this country to drive Georgia again out of here. It is on this note. It is on this note. It is on this note. On behalf of the rescue father himself, Joseph Nima Puaka, the next president of the Republic of Liberia, in the name of the rescue mission, blessed by the rescue mother, I now present to you the one who will assist me in the Senate for us to vote for you so NTA will not break down. For us to vote for you in the Senate so that the health sector can be restored. For us to vote for you and not to vote for ourselves so that push and drugs can leave this country. I now present to you the one who will vote for me, with me in the Senate, in line with Joseph Nima Puaka's vision for this country, so that our teachers, our nurses, and our security people can be able to take pay handsomely. The one who will vote along with me in the Senate on behalf of Monterey County, so your bridge in Clear Island can be built. The one who will vote along with me, so that we can checkmate the public work minister, so they can be giving contracts to public officials, and you can see your road and your pictures. I now present to you the one who will vote along with me for programs to rehabilitate young people, so they can be able to go to school, learn, have education, go to job, earn their own money, so they will not be doing Zekwe and Munya anymore. I now present to you where Montawa you pay for senator. For senator, where my pay? Where my pay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And while we're doing that, in district number 17,
You want Joseph Parker to be a good president with a legislative agenda? We want district number 17. We will now present to you Madam Jennifer passed away for the House of Representatives. For the House of Representatives. For the House of Representatives. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. President, you are the racketeer. You are the racketeer. You know why you're the racketeer? Because you are a swindler. Because you failed the people. You failed the people. This is nonsense, George Weah. This is nonsense. When you come to power and you decide that you will change and you will do the things that you're not supposed to do, the people will stand up. And I know you're going to watch this, or you watching it. This is not a game, George Weah. This is not a game. This is not a game. Every day, look in the region. Everybody is progressing.
Everybody is progressing by our country, Mama Liberia.
But
My friend,
maybe
brother, how you doing?
life is better, man. God is good. My head is strong. But maybe I read Liberians, we are very interesting people.
We are
And
very,
then-
very.
Maybe I really wanted you to get something from the closing argument. You know, Ben is a leader, right?
Yeah, I know that.
And then compare with this statement 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
I want you to understand who he is.
Yeah,
You know,
but
let me tell you something, AB. Like the old man said, right? I'm kind of trying to jump the gun, but let me not do that. So go ahead.
yeah, as we are discussing what is on your mind, for me, Liberia. So I strongly believe that our country will be strongly delivered by by Joseph Mabuakai,
Aye. Don't say that.
by GMB. I strongly believe that our country will be delivered. But let us have you to be able to tell us what is on your mind.
All right, AB. To be honest, plenty thing on my mind, but I can't say everything because I'm not able to say it. The first thing I have to say tonight, after I've appreciated my God officially, I think, like he said, help is on the way. I'm borrowing that phrase from former Kennedy, Joe Biden, on a campaign trail, and finally became president. That helped King, and therefore COVID is normal. I wish I were closer to my COVID home case. Help is on the way. Like I said the other time, I can see clearly, the other Liberia that we've been yearning for, that even led to the war, is in sight. That pre-Turbo era, that Liberia, when Tubman passed away, that Liberia I'm talking about, I'm not talking about Liberia with the junta leaders that suspended the constitution for over 5 years, and while they slaughter people for in the open on the light post, they even did more than that. That's not the Liberia I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Liberia that we had before the death of Togo. That Liberia is almost in sight. Maybe we discussed last night. My volume was low. Probably the quality will be poor. I just realized it. We discussed last night about the issue of citizen pool crowd. And some people didn't understand some of our argument or analysis. We all agree, no dispute on the crowd. No dispute at all. And nobody underestimating the power of an incumbent government or incumbent president. Especially somebody who ain't really worth to be community chairman and we made them president, because that's Liberia. We are good at making history. Just we could not even be qualified to be student council president at West Heston, but we made the man president. This man was not even qualified to be LFA president, even though he served as technical director for the Lone Star. He could not be qualified to be LFA president, but we made the man president. This man could not even win the presidency in 2005. He got to step down one step as a VP or running mate to Winston Tubman, but we still make him president. Like Ben said, he stupid said, I'm quoting Ben, my people, I beg you. My stupid said, according to Ben, I challenge the man, they man could not even be a good Master County senator, but my stupid said, according to Ben Savvy, Chairman Ben Savvy, I'm going to support the man for the president. For the presidency. So this is the guy. We, the Liberian people, we decided to pick him bad. So we got the result of picking him bad. But again, the old man said, and I agree with the old man. Old man Barker said, people make mistakes. That's true. People slip and fall. That's true. But when you realize your mistakes, and when you slip and fell, then there is a possibility for you to make a better decision next time. And on the basis of democratic tradition and democratic principles, we have come to that path. We have come to that corner. We now have the opportunity to correct our mistakes of 2017 that led to this devastating, horrifying political accident in our political history that make George Weah president of our country. Somebody who is not a 50 elementary student. Somebody who is an adult that actually lived better before as a result of his God-given talent all over the world will sit down, will go to a convention or quote-unquote campaign launch. He has led the country for almost 6 years. He has no message. He has no experience on the job for over 5 years. He does not even have the credential, the political credential, the discussion credential, or the common sense credential to tell his partisans, thank you for electing me. Well, whatever we have done, we have challenges. This is where we are, and this is where we want to go. Give it to us again. But he let go all of that. And asked Sekou Kalasko to videographing by denigrating Omer Boakari on a piece of paper that was given to him that he never ran for over 2-3 years and waiting this time. And when we talk here the way we talk, then you say we want to respect the president. The president does not have the semblance of reasoning, not about himself, but about the office of the president of the Republic of Liberia. How can this man be our president and he do things the way he does it? The man goes to Bombay County and shame the citizens because they're booing. That he was not there for all of them, he was there for we are changed and true seditions. So he's not the president of the Republic of Liberia for everybody, but he's seditions and we are changed president. True seditions. How can you sit on top of a vehicle like a baby and ask somebody to record you on the cell phone that you disarm Joseph Boakai when you are the Zogo? You need rehabilitation. I don't know whether Joshua was again under the influence during the campaign launch of the CDC, because Joshua was not living in Liberia during the war. That most of the loose games were played away. Joseph Boakai from the get-go have been living in Liberia, and Joseph Boakai have not suffered in any corner about his association with any worried fashion. Even the TRC did not pop anything on Joseph Boakai. How can somebody call themselves president with set on top of a vehicle and then a great statesman like Joseph Boakai, former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, his key opponent? But anyway, I'm not surprised, because the party CDC is not a political institution, it's a cult. It's a cult. That's why almost 11 people died already since they took the caskets. 11 people died already since they took the casket. And this thing is not just about the looting that George Weah and his crew names continue to carry on in our country. But even the abuse of power, the abuse of our resources, the abuse of our young people, denigrating the office of the president of the Republic of Liberia, the sacrosanct of our presidency, selling our proud, our diplomatic passport to non-Liberians all over the world. This man has reduced our values, our norms, our culture as people of Liberia and traditional people of Africa. There are so many reasons, and not just about him failing on his promises, but there are so many other reasons so that we can correct this political accident, to recalibrate our people.
Let me play you a clip so you
yeah,
can.
let me just close this so I can give it to you, Ebi, I beg you.
No.
Hold your phone.
And 2023 American last month when they come to our
Well, I listen to them.
when you come to us.
Pastor George, we are before your inauguration at Frequency, you promised we the left fortunate called Soko that you're going to pay or rehab when you first sit down in your first 90 days. They all triple all the triple our senior kind of our people us, so my husband and dad, we stay and
we are today. Made a high non middle. After playing football, he may use all his money. But then he never did nothing for Liberian. But we trust that he will Liberian politics. The any other day president, we are lied to all.
Since then, we are not that you are at the Mysura complex and you on the phone raising funds.
Go ahead, I'm fine, brother.
So, this kind of country, I have not seen any country, any group of people, any part of the world that became successful because majority of the young people are selling on the motorbikes, operating on truck cycles. A president that has less than 1 megabyte of thinking in terms of public policy. A president, a leader that only want to be praised. And you think the rest of the people will be okay. They're not going to be okay. So my people, the best thing we can do for ourselves is to correct this political mistake. that will carry on 2017. By getting out there on October 10th and vote for number 2. That's it. The rest of it, the history. Because this madness, this leadership madness, this crazy camp called CDC are caught, and the indigenous looters, they need to go. And the way to do it is to get out in a majority and give them bye-bye. It'll be back to you.
For me, I just want to comment a little bit about Manisi, Abraham Darrell's deal on ADD. ADD coming to the Senate, and ADD currently, ADD has learned enough. The men have become politically mature. The men now can be able to dot the T. The men now can be able to lead a campaign train that is in Musrado County. That is the ADD that I know. If any one of you guys were thinking that ADD were not going to understand Liberian politics, that was not going to come and liberate the Liberian people, then let me say to you that you are daydreaming. Because we, the Abraham people, we are unpredictable. Who else knew that Wemo Pay were going to make a return back to the Unity Party? You ever saw that in your dream? But Wemo Page is a cadre of soup. Will disappear and reappear. And that is the reason why I salute the comrade. That the man will be running on the party was expiring. On the party was expiring, and after a few years, the man make a U-turn right back to the same party. That is to show you that we supers, that we are unpredictable. Back to President Josh Manawiya. My friend and brother, I know that people will say, Abraham, you are biased. But yes, if you can think, there was a time that Buffer Chimmers, who was angry at Madam Salif one point in time.
Yeah, I remember.
If you guys can remember here tonight, that the Samuel Toy was indeed working in Ellen Lair government.
At the Minister of Finance World Bank Project.
Yeah. If some of you guys can remember, the Senate pro tempore were working in Ellen government too. Because, quote unquote, he is the only geologist. He get master in geology. So because of that, so he work in Ellen government too.
Who's that?
The Senate pro tempore.
Oh, Abache.
The Abache guy was sitting down like that. So when we are giving you guys some of those informations, for me, let me say on this platform vividly clear that this election Akpe, that this election Awebam, that this election a finish, For just the crowd that I saw,
District 17 crowd?
just the crowd that you talking about District 17? I am talking about ADD making his way. The citizen have to demand him that he have to stand on top of his car that he was driving. The citizen demanded ADD today that we want to see you. That is a clip right here. That is to show to the Liberian people, if you were in doubt, of JMB presidency,
I can't wait, AB. My blood is boiling. I can't wait.
if you were in doubt of JMB presidency, I will tell you, go and go think again. Because they want it is already been done. We are just waiting for NEC to come to announce him. But we know that it is already done. It was the same way that the Liberian people, they told ADD, they said, we will vote for you. Down to George Money, we are where he living. ADD swing them.
Could now win in his district. I want Thomas to run away from Montreal County and go to Foya District, Lofa County. Somebody who won election 3 times, they will run away from their place for the same position. They go to Lofa.
And you know, Buffer Timon have a supers who contested against him. Buffer Timon have a supers who contested against him. And that guy have contested against Buffer Timon twice. At the third one here. Abache, maybe he may not even come back. Abache.
That man got American green card. He will come out to America.
Maybe Abache will not come back.
Quick question. What do we have in District 8? This opium smoker district.
District 8, we having one guy there from Liberty Party.
Okay. But I saw Rufa Nuva is also contesting, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hope they can get a color glaze out so you can't go to front to get married again.
So you know, this election is done. For the fact that I saw that crowd, that I in district number 17, I'm not discussing district 17 because that crowd bar, there to say United Party were manufacturing him on me. I'm talking about the ADD making his way. Back to you.
Yeah, I think we can open the line, let the people call in.
Yeah, but the number are right on the screen. If you are watching the number, I don't intend to pin the number anymore because there are some of our callers that can say, they don't see the number painted, they don't see the number, so the number is painted right on the screen. Okay, so if you want to make your input, then you can be able to call right now. You can be able to call right now on our numbers, and then you will be live. You will be live and direct. Our number to call are 612-225-5835, and the number to call is 612-225-5835. 5835, and the other number is 6267 938 2801. That is the number to call to be part of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, maybe while we wait for folks to call, I'm going to emphasize on my trip, okay? So, my people, last time multiple people called and promised up to showtime, I have not received anything from last night. But that is not bad. I know you're coming because the lady said Monday. So, waiting for that time. So, my people, everything we're doing here is not bad. The donations, the contribution, everything good. But the people we're dealing with, they didn't even qualify for where they are. They're not even supposed to be there. And they've been there for almost 6 years already. And the way politics or governance is defined in our country, when people get it, they get everything free. People that even qualified and competent to remove them from power is not easy. What about incompetent people? People that don't really deserve to be where they are. Then they're talking about struggle. Joey, what kind of political struggle you carry on? When you cannot even understand a single political theory, then you say carry on struggle. When you're talking about struggle, then what do we talk about? Larry talk about Professor Larry talk about them on the struggle. Talk about not to go there on the struggle. They let Alaji GV Kurma struggle. We're talking about Dr. HB family and struggle. What kind of struggle you got, Joey? To go steal from your own people that voted for you, that what you call struggle? You play for Lone Star, will pay you. Before you started playing for Lone Star, everybody used to like you and give you everything free because of your God-given talent. What kind of political struggle, what kind of history you got behind you when it comes to political struggle? Call one thing that you can actually talk about. One thing when it comes to political struggle. So my people, this fight is not an easy fight. We want to be in Liberia to add to the number, to mobilize our people to step out. When they step out, we drop our votes in those boxes. We want to make sure we have the right people there so that they cannot use our own money to bribe people. And that's part of some of our going, not just a single vote, because the election when it comes to the numbers, we already got it. But we have to protect our numbers. We have to protect it. And there are a lot of people leaving next week. There are some good number of Unity Party GMB people leaving next week on the 15th to Liberia. And we want to be there before the 1st of October. Because just we have birthday, there'll be no celebration of birthday. We're going to have Don't Try a Rally. So my people, we're begging you. You please help to raise the banner money, $1,065 tonight. Even if you want to pledge, no problem. If you can get it done before the end of the week, it will still be good. So the Zelle number is 267-648-012. I'm going to pin it, don't worry about that. The Zelle number is 267-648-012. The Cash App number is the same, 267-648-012. The name on the Cash App is my full name, Francis Kaboma Duno. On Zelle is Francis K. Duno. That's why on Zelle, but the same number, my people. Please help us to get this ticket cut. It's a special appeal. The last time we came here, we didn't struggle. I don't know why we're struggling now. I don't know. You please try. We hold your phone. It'll be back to you.
Yeah, we have a caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Yes, my name is Sano Brandel. I call from Washington, Seattle.
Why, Sano?
Yeah, thank you guys for the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though I just got on the show and I called, but I thank God I went through. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to say something a little bit about Akara Gray.
Mm-hmm. We have a caller here.
You know, when I can remember, I went to Liberia.
So you hold on. You hold on. We have a caller. Yeah. Okay.
They're calling down now. Yeah, let him call. Okay, they're calling by me. Answer them. Hello, caller.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you are online. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Alhaji Duke. I'm calling from District 5.
Alhaji Dukre is calling for district number 5. Lay on us. What's on your mind tonight?
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for the program. I'm very impressed, and I'm so happy.
Can you increase your volume a little bit, please?
Okay, I'm saying that the first is I will tell you guys thank you for the program. I'm very impressed of what you guys are doing out there. And for us that are down here, we know what is actually going on. We know the games that are going on. And I will tell everyone out there in the diaspora that based on what we are seeing, because for me, I do work from places to places, from district to district, to just gather information from some people. Well, a lot of people that are civil servants that don't want to show themselves now, and they're willing to take this type of government that we have right now because they are not doing anything for us. And also, my advice again to the entire United Party, we have to protect our votes.
Very important, my brother.
It's very important because these guys are trying to do what they know they can do to rig this election, and which is very bad. So if we are very smart, then we can work towards it. Because now they are doing some things, some games, and I think we have to send this message across. When they take notice that they have some dominant communities that are full of United partisans, because you know the way the guy makes the country, it makes everybody become like slaves to your own country. Then some people, they don't even have the means to feed themselves for a day. So they're using money now to buy people voting cards when they know that this is the opposition dominant community. They will go and pay money to get your voting card. So at the end of the day, you will now vote. So we have to bear it as a Liberian. We have suffered for about almost 6 years. So we just have to bear it. How long? So we will not take the money business and spoil our future. It's very bad. So for now, I think I can rest my case, and you guys think.
Let me ask you a quick question, Miss Sheikh Dukre. So are you telling us that seditions are buying voter cards to reduce the number of votes?
Exactly. It is going on.
Wow. So far so good. United Party Alliance will be launching on the 17th. What is the momentum like? Saying you call directly from Liberia, and I don't even know the town. If you don't mind, can you just tell all the town right now? And how is the momentum look like in your local community regarding the competition between Joseph Boakai and that of Joshua Gangs?
Okay, for the time here now is 3:17 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, and for the momentum, like I told you earlier on, I'm someone that walk around and I go to a lot of places. For the momentum, as I speak now, Joseph Boakai have the edge. Yeah, because in all the districts, you will see that people, they are not coming because of they are running after money. And yesterday, to be honest with you, in my community, because I myself, I went there, but I was late. They was paying people, giving some people $20 US plus a T-shirt to make their group look big. They did that day for yesterday program. They did it. So we saw all these games going on. But if I tell you that a lot of people that you saw on that, they are 1 million match, they are loanies. Some people go there because they need money to get food. And some people was boldly saying that, oh, this is our money. So if they give it to us, we either will not vote for them. It happens in a lot of communities.
Okay.
So I can tell you that United Party have a stronghold in this country because where I am for now, there is no joke about it. If even you can compare District 10 population, the time Joseph Koloba do his launching and that of District 17 today, I'm not naming other districts, but if you count the two districts and compare to their population of their launch, you will see the big difference. if even their population will be greater than these two districts, maybe it will be by 100 or let's say 50,000 different. So
All right,
for
my
you to know
brother.
that Unity Party is very strong and they are on course.
Thank you. Thank you, Chef Dupree.
Okay,
Thank you for the time. Thank you very much. We appreciate your
okay, very
time.
welcome.
Bye.
Okay, sir. You're welcome.
Okoro, go ahead. Sorry. Okoro, Okoro from Okoro, go ahead. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just called Washington. Yeah, thank you so much. I guess. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you live. You live.
Oh yeah, I said thank you so much, and I called just to throw my little input. Everything is over. I think we thank God. We can see in the lab. Yeah, and the Liberian people can see for themselves. And
I mean, you listening to something, or you want to talk?
no, I listen to it's just delaying, that's all. But
No, but you
yes,
don't need to.
once
You don't need to listen
okay,
to the relay. You just talk on the phone. You're talking on the
I'm
phone
not
directly
listening
to
to
me.
anything. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Francis, you need to pin the number. To pin the number, you just need to just click on it, and then pin will appear when you post it, and then you click on it, and then the word pin will appear, and then you just pin it.
You're talking about my cash out number, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, keep your call coming out on 612-225-5835, or you can keep your call coming out on 267-938-2801. Those are the number passing up here. The number are passing up here. The number are passing up here, so keep your call coming out. A lot of medicine here interactive. Keep your call coming out on 267-938-2801, or you can keep your call coming on 612-225-5835. Francis, back to you. Like Francis was saying, it is very, very important that we send our own eye, for them to be able to be relaying to us. It will be necessary that our friend and brother Francis Kanguma Dono be in Liberia and be giving all the latest news. What is going on? That when we're ready to have show, that we will have somebody that will be able to join us too. From LIB, that will be able to tell the raw, that will be able to give us the raw data. That is how I want for our audience, for you guys to please help us to raise Francis ticket money. Please. Okora, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
My name is Samuel Holmes, and I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, go ahead.
Thank you for the time. I just want to say,
Okora, coming to you, just hold on.
We have the cry, and this other person have the cry until October 10th.
Okay.
And the Liberian will make a decision. But to be frank, you see, politics sometimes is not good to live in denial. Yesterday, what we observed in Liberia, a lot of people don't understand it when they're looking at Mosorado. Yesterday, what I saw in Liberia, it was not just Mosorado. It was Lofa, it was Granku, it was Sano, it was Granjida, it was certain part of Nima Kante. These people came out to show their strength. So what the Unity Party people should be thinking of is that their strength that CDC is showing. How can we show this same strength. If you just put people out in Maserati or doing the CDC day in the Vera County, they will take CDC will take come out and say, people will still believe that CDC will still win the election.
Okay.
This is not just Maserati. I see people talking. This issue about all they get the people money. If I can get somebody money, if CDC gave you money, you forced to go stay under the ring when they even give you money.
Yeah, because the person said, you know, I giving them a $20 so you can be able to go on the field. Yeah, it's your teacher.
Yeah, but nobody monitoring you. Look at that crowd. Who know that when they get somebody $20, they will spot you or they will see you standing in the crowd?
Everybody comes from
on the street. You give me $20. If I don't support you, I will take my $20 and go to that store and eat it.
Okay.
But if the people can get you, the larger here, if they can get you $20, if they can get you $20 to come on the ring and the ring beat you. So if the people say they see $20 and give it to you to go vote, you will not vote.
You will vote.
If
but
you
okay, you will vote. Okay, you will vote. We have another caller here.
Maybe let me just add something quick to that gentleman's stuff. Just we had got multiple convoys to tell you citizens are caught. Just we had got multiple convoys with gigantic vehicles as a result of taxpayer money, including bulletproof. In a convoy, the man got out of his car. He's too for real to be in. So what about that? And we're acting confused, like he ain't got no sense of direction. That is a semblance of the real CDC. So they can give you money, you go there, you don't want to go there, fine. I'm not saying they give everybody money, but I was district coordinator before. Doing the Unity Party, I was zonal coordinator, not district coordinator. Zonal coordinator for Unity Party, 2005. Everybody that went to the Tubman High, I had their name written. All right? And every zone was also represented, and the zonal heads have control over the people that went to that program.
Okay.
It's
Thank
possible.
you. Carter, what is your name and where are you calling from? Hello, Carter, what is your name and where are you calling from? Hello, Carter.
How are you, Avi? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are live.
Okay, let me say good evening to you and good evening to Francis. Let me use this medium to ask all of your viewers to please keep the people of Morocco in their prayers. Okay. If you looking at what we continue to see,
what happened in Morocco before you asking our people to keep Morocco in their prayer?
An earthquake just occurred 11 p.m. that time, and the death toll has increased to 269.
Okay.
Yeah, a major earthquake just occurred about 11:49 p.m. that time. It's 4 a.m., almost 4 a.m. there now.
Okay, all right.
You know, we got students there. We got some of our brothers and sisters there too as well.
I said, okay, thank you. So go ahead.
Okay. So what I wanted to say is that all the opposition have to buckle up. We can't sit down and say it's over, because if you follow history, what transpired between Frederick Chiruba and Kenneth Kaunda, you can see the same thing. People were all in the streets. Chiruba and Kaunda, they put up the crowd. People were in Kenneth Kaunda t-shirts. They turned up in their march. We saw a replica of the same thing with Judas Nyerere. Okay? So if you really follow history of recent time, even in Nigeria, we saw the same thing. So you can't sit down and say, no, the process is over. You have to follow history. You have to follow election and know that, look, I can see this crowd, but can this number be transferred into votes? That's the first thing. Monrovia or Monserrado, as we all know, is densely populated. 2, no jobs, no recreation. 99% of the young people will turn out in their minds to certain places because they want to enjoy. If somebody said no, they were not paying people to go over there, we saw video clips. And in Liberia, all over the years, we have something called National Petitioning Association. They will petition you in this corner. The next minute, they go somewhere else to jubilate, maybe behind Francis or AB. AB, for introduction, this is Mr. Cummins. I'm not a novice to these things. So I just watch the videos and look at it and kind of a little bit analyze and say, look, the opposition cannot relax because they will put out the number. And then when we go to the polling center, there's a likelihood that the incumbent can cheat. That's why I attributed to Kenda Kaunda and that of Frederick Chiruba. But thank you, AB.
So, Mr. Cummins, you having to be a veteran of Liberian politics, and having to understand the microphone very well. How do you see this 2023 elections?
Well, AB, honestly speaking, right? Let me make this disclaimer. I support no candidate. Over the last 3 months ago, I made that known to a lot of people that I don't support any one of the candidates. I wait for 2024, right after the inaugural program, to make some decisions on who becomes the next president and what are some of the things we'll be putting forth. But when you look at the election that is unfolding now, I see a staunch competition. In a sense that it cannot be compared to the days of the 2005 election or the 1997 election, because let's look at Monserrado, for example. Nobody can tell me that it will win Monserrado, hands down. In a typical Liberian parlance, we say baboon will share cola, right? So you got Tier 1 Gongo going for Monserrado. You got Alexander Cummins going for Monserrado. You got President Weah going for Monserrado, and you got Ambassador Joseph Yema Boaka. With what we see in the districts, you can tell that, look, with the conglomeration of lawmakers who have pulled their weight towards Ambassador Boaka, there's a likelihood that he might outperform most of the candidates in Monserrado, including the incumbent. And let's look at the narrative now. You can't say most of the guys, they're journalists. That propaganda going on now, it's a propaganda war. He who pays the piper plays the tune. But looking at what the messages that they're giving out there, the people find themselves in a position that, look, if we do not make a change, we offer a ride for another 6 years. And in 6 years' time, you will not be young, I will not be young. Okay? What happened to the group that come after us? So some of the candidates' messages are resonating for change. But I see a staunch competition, though. Honestly speaking, as somebody who worked in the media for years and work with some of these politicians, I see a 2-horse race. And it's going to be Ambassador Joseph Yema Boaka and that of President George Weah. That's what it's going to boil down to. You can see that the people are swaying towards that direction. Somebody said to me, Mr. Cummins, is it because of the video? I said, no. I left Liberia when I was 35 or 34. So I never went to exile. I worked in the media for 15 years. Okay? Looking at what we see, you can see. Look, AB, it's almost like, remember the days when the Alliance of Political Party, the Bacchus Matthew, the Jew Mason, the H. Bradman family, all these guys, when they were at the Unity Conference Center deciding who to be the next president, Mr. Taylor was making a triumphant entrance into Monrovia. So while they were fighting to get their rhythm, you could tell that Charles Taylor was going to win the election. So you can tell, you can see, it's clear. It's not hidden that, look, come what may, if there will be a second round, all they can do is to galvanize forces, come together and see what they can do. But in terms of a second round, you know what I see, AB?
Tell me.
I see that there won't be this unity. It may come from some other political party, but people that were in the arrangement of the CPP as to whether they're going to come together if, in case there's a second round with Ambassador Boakai and President Weah, or a second round with Mr. Cummings, or a second round with Tiawan Gongo. Don't underestimate him now. Nimba is a no man's land. They're going to fight over Nimba. They're going to fight over Nimba. Lofa, there will be a fight. Nobody will tell you, say, the Ambassador Boakai people will not put up a fight, or Cummings people will not put up a fight, or President Weah. Of lately, you saw Thomas Fowler leaving, going over there, and you can see the Bassa, and there will also be a fight in Grand Bassa. In Grand Jida, I see a scatter vote, because there are some Grand Jidans now who are disgruntled.
Yeah.
Who believe that Zopenon and others were only into it for themselves. Then let's look at Maryland and Grand Crew, where I'm from. In Maryland, there will be a strong fight, because you got Bonnie, who is also popular in that end. Then you got Dan Mariah on the other side. So,
and Dan Mariah is contesting on which of the party ticket?
I think he's on the CPP ticket.
Okay.
He's part of the CPP. Whether it's the MPP, I don't know. But I don't know which one of the party he ran on sometime back, but when he was senator.
I know that Dan Mariah.
I doubted whether the people.
I know that Dan Mariah.
I doubted whether the people of Maryland will want a Dan Mariah again. I doubt it. But there will be an influx for Bonnie. That is something that I know.
Yeah.
And in the Grand Crew end, look, let me say this, okay? As a man whose mother is a crew woman and who speaks crew fluently, President Weah is not a crew man. Let nobody fool you. He's not.
Why you say that?
He's not. So people who running with ethnicity, well, I speak from a well-informed position. President Weah's grandmother, he made reference to her, may her soul rest in peace. Her name was Jirale. Her father was Klon, and her father was Foke. Okay, so it's like AB, when you were teaching at the school in the Matadi area, AB was a popular classroom teacher. AB saw one of his students who happened to be a female with a lot of children, decided to help. Automatically, AB decided, okay, I will carry this person to Bum Kalima, or I will carry them to Fisebu. So now I see myself as part of AB's family. But biologically, I have no lineage to AB, but AB just read me. So it's the same with President Weah. He has no cool lineage. So people sometimes talk about, the man from Grand Crew, the crew people will vote. Look, it's just some of our elders who are running with that fallacy, because some of them are direct beneficiaries of the loot. So because of that, they put the people under the canopy that this guy is crew. He's not. I just named his grandmother, his grandfather, and the great-grandfather, whom he named the Foke Clone Christian Fellowship after. If you know, I've been on the radio for a long time. I don't say anything I know that.
I know that.
I don't see anything that has no truth.
I have a question for
Yes,
the
sir.
pastor.
Okay. Shoot your
First and
question.
foremost, thank you for sure. And you know, I watch your show,
Is that
especially the
Francis?
Yeah, that
component.
Francis.
I watch that show all the time with Papa.
I'm
I
not
got it.
hearing him.
Can he hear me?
Can you hear Mr. Francis?
No, not at all. I think Francis is in hard gear from Monrovia, so we can't hear him.
I don't think that is the reason. Sometimes this system here can get messed
You
with.
can hear him. If I can hear him, he sounds faint.
Okay,
You know, he sounds like he's in a hole.
Okay.
Can you relay his question to me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let me not mess with it. Let me just keep it as it is. So AB, the pastor mentioned about the previous CPP original in the collaboration. But there are other folks that are not part of that were never part of that CPP arrangement, and they're still not part of it. For example, Councillor Gongo was not in there, right? Dr. Clarence Moniba was not in there. Simeon Freeman was not in there, and other folks. So this is my question. Holding everything constant, can he give us some understanding whether the quote-unquote CPP arrangement, I don't have much doubt about folks outside the CPP arrangement. For example, I got a little bit doubt.
I coming to you, Francis. I want to tell him for him to mute, so that he can be able to listen to it, and then after that, then he can be able to cut off and be able to respond.
Okay, let me monitor Frank here, and
then okay. Go ahead, Brother Francis.
All right. So he talks about the CPP, the previous CPP arrangement, the original 4 collaborating political parties: Unity Party original, Liberty Party original, ALP original, and who again? I think that was it, right?
Yeah, that was the 4.
Was it 4 or 3?
It was
Unity
4.
Party, Liberty Party, ALP,
and Unity Party.
And Unity Party. Okay, 4 political parties. I'm not too sure of the Kumis Musa Belated Charlene CPP. So this is my question, Pastor. Walk us through. Are you confident that the Kumis Musa Belated Charlene Broskin Councillor CPP will support it? They don't go to the runner, which I know they're not going to go. 1. Number 2, I'm not too sure Dr. Moniba, because based on his conversation, but again, in politics, there's no permanent friendship, but there could be permanent interest. So this is my question. Just in case we don't win, which we are very confident that we're going to win on the first ballot, we the Joseph Barker people, if we don't make it, do you think the opposition community holistically will support the Joseph Walker Alliance or not? Number 1. Number 2, if they don't support Joseph Walker Alliance, what do you think will be the outcomes of the election? That's my first set of questions. The other one is about the analogy and the information he just offered to us about the President George Weah, okay? Pastor gave it to us. You say you got some background coming from Cruton. Why the president doesn't talk about his mother and his father? Why? And what was happening to his pa when his grandma got to take care of him? If you have any idea.
Yeah, Mr. Cummins will be on the line shortly. This is what I am interested in doing, in someone coming here to be able to provide factual information.
That's really nice.
And I know Mr. Cummins. Mr. Cummins.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Respond now to the questions.
I think the few questions I got. One has to do with showing case the Ambassador Joseph Yema Boaka go to the second round. Whether the question has to do with whether chairmanability, Mr. Cummings, Councillor Bronskin, with his support Ambassador Boaka. Let's turn it the other way around as to whether if Cummings was in the second round with President Weir, whether they would support Cummings or the Ambassador Boaka. Look, Francis, let's look at it this way. All of the party involved from the opposition end, from Councillor Gongo to Mr. Cummings, to Ambassador Boaka, to Mr. Mulva, Simeon Freeman, Alan Brown, you just name it. They all said that they are in this to bring change to the country, right, AB?
Yes.
So, in case we find one of our colleagues going, can we consolidate? Can we go back to consolidate because we want change? The Liberian people are yearning for a change. It's up to them. But if they don't do so, it's still going to be a tight race. Because now, mind you now, President Weir will not go down without a fight. That's why he's still in the process. If he was going to go down, he was never going to think about running for a second term. He wants to put up a fight. So he's in there putting up a fight. So the opposition community now, if Francis was going and AB now running, AB will now have to support so that the change that the Liberian people are yearning for, so that they can get this change, Francis, so that they can experience this change that they need. Or else, you're going to have a reoccurrence of another 6 years. And we all will come back to this radio and ask this question: what happened? What went wrong? Because they all said they are into it for a change. Yeah. You know, AB some time back, from the embryo stages of the formulation of the CPP, I made reference to few things. I said, this reminds me of the 1997 Alliance of Political Party. I hope we do not see a replica. Mm-hmm. And they proved me right that everything I said, you know, maybe some of these guys who came on board Challenge, Zolotiza, God bless them. We thank God for them that they made their way here, whether they came with DV or refugee status, God bless them. Because they are not students of history, they do not follow events. When you speak, they say, you are lying, and you're saying this, and you're saying that. You know, such people are so glued to party sentiment, so they're not adequately informed. You bring some of them writing now, put them on this radio, for the next 30 minutes I stay here, they will not provide anything substantive. So let's go back to the issue. We saw the same thing happen with the Alliance of Political Party. When Madam Salih was just at the James Springfield Airfield, getting down to drive to the Unity Conference Center, that the Plato Water Scene was announced. The other group of people, Malcolm Matthew and others, they lied to the Liberian people. They said Charles Taylor sent a vehicle there with a license plate PR5. That was fallacy, because they never wanted Alan Johnson Salih to hear the alliance. So when they went to election, they couldn't muster the courage to form a united front against Mr. Taylor, so he won. You were in the country, AB, when group of men, Senator DeLong was over there, Snow, Musa Belete, the Toba Do, and Tubado. When they were forming a political party, okay, a collaboration. We used to call them the Millionaire Club. They were meeting right where Capital Bypass, right in the corner there before YMCA. What happened to that group? That group collapsed again. Members of that group said it was Jemima Wolo Colley who was feeding Madam Salih with information. When the group split, some of them went right back to Madam Salih that they wanted to unseat. So when you look at all of these things and you still see some of the players, you say, if we have a second round, Francis, will we see a reoccurrence of the same behavior? Will President Weah Dutch money or dish money in their hands, and they will take their 30 pieces of silver to enjoy themselves, and the Liberian people suffer? So when you follow the trends of events in the border politics of Liberia, one can say these things are not far from happening, that the incumbent might likely come back if the opposition should, in case we go to a second round, to muster the courage to foster unity.
Thank you.
And then I think we asked another thing about the ethnicity of the president. The reason why I made mention of that is that I hear people say, you know, the crew people, they need to talk to President Weah. That thing is belated. It's belated. Because we're not going to go to a reoccurrence of that of Samuel Doe, the era of Samuel Doe, where people went after people based upon their ethnicity. That would be too primitive. That would be primitive. You know why it would be primitive? And AB, while some of us are speaking, my late father, right? My late father got a property where they operate a funeral home in the borough. It's called the Two Brother Funeral Home. That place, the German embassy used to lease that place from my late father. After the war, when Prince Johnson rescued my late father took refuge to that place. 2000, Alhaji Kuman people ordered my father arrest. They said he was keeping rebel in his swimming pool. Armed and ammunition in a swimming pool that nobody was using for years. And they stripped him naked and beat him beyond recognition. My father took sick for years and died. Okay? I'm a cool, grateful man. Okay? You think when I hear these things, it sends a signal, a negative signal. And then when I know a story that somebody has no lineage, not at all, no lineage, mother, father, nothing. And then people run with that fallacy because what we are avoiding when we say these things, LPC, George Bullet people did it to the crew and Grable people. That's why you see, AB, I got all the TRC tapes, all 200 tapes, all, not half, all. I can say so far, I'm the only journalist that got all the tapes in its totality, from victim to perpetrators. So when we speak from an informed position. We don't speak based on fallacy or lies. Why would I get lying that the man is not true? I can say I challenge any one of the elders to tell me, to give vivid picture of his lineage. So we can't go back to a reoccurrence because people always say, oh, the ambassador Baka is tribalistic and President Weah is tribalistic. A typical crewman is not afraid of nobody. I can stand in front of you, AB, and tell you what I want to tell you. I will never stand behind you to say it. I'll see it in your face.
Thank you.
Nothing spoiled. At the end of the day, we'll shake hands and we'll say,
I think we need you here one of these days so that we can come to discuss this.
I'm not veteran, right? You know, I learned the things from the veterans. That's all. I'm not. But yeah. I can come to make my contribution. I can come. We have a dialogue. If Francis make sure that all the cash app number, we revise the entire thing, it come to me, and he stay, and then I just conduct. I just conduct the program. But Abby, you're doing well. I admire you. You know, I know someday you go bombastic. But I admire you. You know, somebody who used to listen to us. Now you're behind the microphone and the camera. You and Francis, That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So let us find time in next week so you can be able to appear on our show. So we can go in detail of this thing because we are pressed against time. We just
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Pastor, to answer my question.
But
Please
take
give it
care,
to
Francis. I wish you God's blessing in Liberia.
because we are traditional people.
We are running against time now. So
He gave my question to the professor. He gone. You let a man to go? What kind of man is so? The pastor answer my question. Liberian people then, even the ordinary one, me and you, our man better than our phone. Our part better than our phone. Why the president, the man get a big power, he can't try by his mind, he can't try by his part. Nothing.
yeah, but brother Cummins, Mr. Cummins coming back here at the referral
I
time.
wanted to get a jail so I can do my background check. Because this man doesn't talk about his mind, he don't talk about his part. What place the man come from? So they made another holy Mary.
Yeah, so Mr. Cummins, so
I
like
want
that.
and give her a jails. So who enjoy we are real part? Who enjoy we are real man? Because they men only talk about grandma. So where when my boy where did she go?
Okay, so
Maybe she may run away, but the old man not supposed to run away. Because the old man got pregnant for the man.
Come on with your closing statement, and then let us make it. It is almost 11 o'clock. So.
I really wanted the pastor to talk about it. I wanted him to give her an idea. Yeah, what a man, what a man can do about a man, nothing. Let me do my commercial before I close. Yeah, Liberian people, especially the men and the man been enough for my my man been enough Joe. Nobody play with that. Then I get big power there and get up by the woman. He saw Obama on stage. Even though now around the corner. Shit. Anyway, that job we are right there. So my people, we did, in Liberia, and no, I don't even want to use that word. Let me not use it. I don't want anybody to say anything. I'm not going to use it. So my people, tonight I will just ask you to say anything you want to say. What's on your mind? Okay? And I think we did good. The pastor came on. He used to be a journalist, a seasoned investigative journalist. He closed it some kind of way. But me, I'm not satisfied with that answer. That answer he will give it to me the day he appeared on the show. Yeah. You gotta give me some kind of answer. Why? It's a brain teasing question. We don't know why. Joe will get the answer. How Eddie got the answer for Joseph Barker for not supporting Joseph Barker. But people keep asking Joseph Barker, and Joseph Barker didn't get the answer. Eddie got it because she decided not to support him in 2017. So got it. So my people, not some of us, okay? But all of us, you are our #1 market target for the thing we're doing so. We don't want to be on the white man crack, but we can leave the crack until our customer base increase. And the only way we can get it increase, you, our people, you need to help us. Everything about immigration, paperwork business, whether that green card, whether that citizenship, whether you want to file for your loved one, parents, husband and wife, small children, big children, just give it to us. Affidavit of support, student visa, boyfriend and girlfriend visa, the one the queen people call fiancé visa, all that one inside. If you want to birth certificate in Liberia, you want to traditional marriage certificate, you want to passport, we will sit in right here. We'll help you to get it done. Even those of you, they pass some kind of law in Liberia, but that law they want to go back to Liberia, go to foreign ministry, I get copy here. But something they call rule making in foreign policy, that big book, but I got to give it to you. When the government pass law, especially that law is supposed to affect us here abroad, in white people country, that's certain thing they're supposed to do. They say we're citizens now, even though we're citizens here too. Those of us who are, or those of you who are, We're not supposed to go get a piece of paper they call visa. Let me tell you the thing here today because I've been talking behind the scene. We're not supposed to go for visa again, oh my people. But they dual citizenship here, the people get up. We say gotta get visa to go to Liberia, which is unfair. The country can be my country under the Constitution, 1988 Constitution, Article 27 and 28 say once a citizen is always a citizen. I'm closing and I'm also doing customer whatsoever commercial. Okay? Once a citizen, always a citizen. Our brother Avi Jallo challenged the issue of visa because US citizen, all that stuff. They could not get him passport. I think that's a real story. Those of you that know it better than me, come on. He challenged it. He won it at the level of the Supreme Court. They don't sponsor the dual citizenship with some kind of condition. I get the lawyer. I've now been able to read and understand it better. But my question here, my argument and my point is, why we are citizens of Liberia, we say got to get visa to go to that country? Why? The government need to answer. Maybe are these people selling their own diplomatic passports so they will not even tell the rest of the world and airlines across the globe that Liberians who are other citizens in other countries, when they come into this country, they don't need visa again. You're not allow them to get on the plane because the airplanes that we're using to travel, they're not owned by America for the most part. I mean the government, they're not owned by government of Liberia. They ate their own air kick at the airport. Air Liberia ain't coming. It gone. So we're asking simple question. Saying we are citizens, we don't need visa to go to Liberia. It means that law is a fiasco. No need for it. If I'm voting and I need visa from America, you're from government of Liberia to go to Liberia, it makes sense to anybody, my people. And I'm voting, I get my voting card here. I got to get visa to go. What kind of sense does that make? But I cannot get on the airplane without visa if I'm using American passport. Okay? So you gave me Liberian passport. You say I'm citizen, but I need visa to go to my own country? It doesn't make sense. But they have not done what they're supposed to do since they passed that dual citizenship law. And that's why we're going to push them. We're going to call lawyers here to come and tell us why they haven't done it yet and what can we do so that we can pay for visa before we go to our own country. That is that. On the issue of immigration, everything you need to know, plus what you see on the flyer, everything, give her a call on 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693. Anything about immigration besides going to court and deportation, all the paperwork, give it to us. We will advise you. Even if you're not ready to hire, or we say advise you to provide you some sort of guidance where to get started and how to go about it. Lastly, my trip, some of you ain't say nothing yet. Our sister on here, good afternoon, our sister Ponge, will be going back by the grace of God at the end of the month. We are still asking you to make that donation. The Zelle number, the cash out number, everything out there. We have to go to protect our vote. And not just me. A lot of people going. I'm making my own public because I'm not hiding it. I get to the outpost, you know. This time around, every transit, you will know that there. When I get to Brussels, I will tell you. When I get to Chicago, I will tell you. When I get to RIA, when the heat blew me one time, I will tell you. But I got to be careful before they snap my phone again that they did the last time. Okay? I gotta be careful. So my people, I beg you, y'all do the donation here. The cash app number is 267-648-8012. It is printed actually. That is the same number for Zelle. Alright? The name on the Zelle is Francis K. Duna. The name on the cash app is my full name, Francis Kangoma Duna. When you think about KMC, that's just a Kangoma's multi-service. That's the name right there. So my people want us to thank you for coming. This thing we talk here, all want our country to be better. Don't take it at heart. Let's discuss it. Let us talk until we can get better. All right? Thank you plenty. I leave tonight.
That was the biggest mistake we never.
We're on time. We did 2 hours still. Anyway.
You're not able to take care of that. You're not able to bust the rack.
Adaha will let her leave you here tonight. Tomorrow, don't make a mistake. Tomorrow we'll be discussing social issues. With the guest Steam Bonge. With our guest Steam Bonge will be appearing tomorrow. So we'll be talking a lot of what happening in our community. What is the G's? All that G's you will hear. You will hear.
But before you go, AB, I got a quick question for you. Where is Richmond? That would be the first question tomorrow. Where is Richmond right now? Okay. Our gospel artist. Okay.
Adaha will let her come to the very, very end of the Mandela Rakata show. See you when I see you.